Hey, what's going on? This is Billy Newman, and this is the Billy Newman Photo Podcast. I'm here today with Marina Hansen. How you doing, Marina?
Hey, Billy, I'm doing well.
Thanks so much for doing another podcast with me. We're hanging out, doing a little evening of a couple podcasts back to back. It's been pretty cool. We've got a couple photos to talk about today. I think they're all film. As I'm
Oh, that's
looking at
cool.
it, yeah, I think they are all film. Yeah, two of them went out yesterday, and one went out today. Then there's another film I want to talk about too. That's an old one. So yeah, some of that new roll
I
from
was
that F4 that I had developed. Yeah, so
I
that
was
I was
gonna
talking
ask
about.
if they were all from that same role.
Yeah, I think everything from this set, yeah, was from that roll. Like when we went up to Hoodoo and Mount Washington in that area and took photos up in the snow. There's some photos from that. There's some photos from way back on a trip over to Hell's Canyon that we did that weekend.
Right.
That's really cool. I'm glad we had that. And then there's a couple other photos from the snow and from some of the ice storm that we had a couple weeks ago. But it's cool. So we got a couple of those photos up. I think that first one that came out was from Hell's Canyon. It's a picture of you taking pictures in Hell's Canyon from that lookout point. Do you remember that when we were up there?
I do. That was a really cool spot. It was a really impressive view of just how massive the canyon was there.
Yeah, that was a really good spot. That was taken, I think, before we got up to Hat Point,
Yeah.
that furthest point that we made it to. But this was a good spot because I think it was kind of as the road rounded around or rounded out and made it all the way to the Hell's Canyon section of the mountain there. Because I think on the other side it was the Imnaha River Canyon that we were coming from, that we went back to camp over by.
Right.
But I remember it was cold over there. It was like really
It was.
high. It was like up at the top of those mountains. And it seems like you're really high. It seems like you're above everything by that point. Just the way that you look out. And it really does seem like you look down and out forever and ever and ever. Doesn't it seem like
It
forever out
does.
there? Yeah.
Yeah, it really does seem endless.
Yeah. When you look out to the western horizon or so. But as you look over east, you just look immediately down a whole mile of elevation to the bottom of the Hell's Canyon Gorge that's there, and you look across to the other side of the Snake River to the state of Idaho on that other side. It's cool. We should check out that other side someday. We should go over to
That'd be
Idaho.
really cool.
Yeah, like we talked about before, I think that section of the Snake River and then on up through that panhandle section of Idaho is really some pretty interesting terrain that we'd probably dig checking out. There's probably a lot of new photos over there that we never, or a lot of different places to go backpack and explore that we think would be really interesting.
Yeah, that'd be cool to get into. I'd love to do an Idaho trip.
Oh yeah, Idaho would be pretty fun. But I'd even be happy to get back to Hell's Canyon. It was cool being over there in late September or mid September, and being able to check out some things over there in the fall before it got too cold.
Yeah, I definitely want to go back to Hell's Canyon. That was such a cool trip
It
for
was
somewhere I'd
cool.
never
Yeah,
been before in Oregon, where I live. It was
yeah,
really cool.
yeah. It's great. It's tough getting over there because it's just so far. Like
It
the
is.
distance is really significant. And it's a lot of freeway miles. It seems like, which is all right. But I mean, you're really like jumping to the other section of the state and then starting a trip over there. So it's good, but yeah, it's a lot of work, and it was great having the truck, having a 4-wheel drive car. Even though the gravel roads that take you up to that section of or through Imnaha into that section of the Hell's Canyon area, it's pretty good. I bet you could get up there in a sedan, maybe. You know what I mean?
I think so.
Yeah, you
Yeah, I
probably
probably
could
could.
in most ways. It's just like a gravel road, and if you can get up a gravel road up into a mountain, you could get really quite far on these roads. It didn't seem like the washboard was too bad, or we didn't feel like.
Oh yeah, it could have been a lot worse.
Yeah, but that being said, I was in a truck, so there might be some things that I didn't notice. I remember that as being part of being a Camry owner back in the
Hmm.
day. That there's a few things that you go, oh yeah, this is totally something that my car can't go over, which you just sort of blow right. You just don't even think about or understand when you're, in a car, even in a small SUV. It's kind of funny, but I'm really glad that we got over there and glad that got that film developed. It was
Yeah, it was
cool
cool
seeing
seeing
that
this.
picture of you.
Yeah, it was cool seeing this picture come through.
Yeah. So the next picture that went up was some photos from the ice storm that we had back in December, and this is after it had cleared up. But it's just a photo of the house that we're in with the two cars in the driveway. I thought it was cute. But it's cool because the tree you can kind of see is lit up in sort of this. Well, it just looks white and crystally, and it's because of all the ice that's frozen up into the trees that are in front of the house that we're in. But I thought it looked really, really nice. Pretty. Had that picture.
Yeah,
Put it up. It's kind of a fun one just for a house. But I thought it was sweet. It's cool that we had that ice storm
yeah, I
outside
like.
all the damage.
Yeah, definitely outside all those trees that crushed cars. But yeah, I like this picture a lot. I think it's a cool one.
Yeah.
Just for how the ice looked. It looks it, it looks really strange because we know what it is because we were there and we know that it was ice and stuff. But when you
Sure.
first look at it, it looks so bizarre almost because it's just like the tips of the branches of the trees and it's all shimmery.
Yeah, I really love how everything's so shimmery and how it just off the road is like what we noticed when that happened, and I think what we talked about on the podcast was that on the first day when it was really cloudy and white and foggy, there was really no contrast or no bright light that was coming
Right.
through to give any color or to show off the ice and the look of the crystal. And so that was something that we got to look at quite a bit more the next day. And there's really so much more that you see visually in the photographs, you know, because there's more light relief on the ice to make it show up and look like ice in the photograph.
Yeah. Yeah. It really brought out the more sharp, crystally look of the
Oh yeah,
ice with that
definitely.
light shining in it.
Yeah, I think there's a couple of photos I saw from the first day, and it really just looks like snow on the trees. It's just
Oh,
white. It's
yeah.
just kind
Just
of
white.
yeah, it's just sort of radiating the white color, and then it's still frosty, that sort of thing in the morning. Speaking of frosty, the photo above it, that next photo that I put out was from our drive up to Mount Washington, up near Hoodoo, and I had the wide angle lens on the film camera, that 14 millimeter, and I haven't really messed around too much with the 14 millimeter on the film camera, which I should do a little bit more. But you know, the 14 millimeter, its use cases are for what it's really good at, and
Yeah.
so I want to try and make the pictures that just make sense instead of just novelty lens camera pairings and stuff. So, but this photo is fun. It's a wide angle shot of the forest up in the high desert covered in snow while we were hiking around up there a few weeks back. It was pretty. I really enjoyed that snow day. Going up there was fun with you.
Yeah. That was a really cool trip. It was fun going back up again. It made me want to get snowshoes.
Oh yeah, we gotta look into those snowshoes.
I think so.
I think the next photo coming up is a photo of you walking around in a little snowbank or kind of posting up to take a picture.
Oh, cool. I liked that
I
one.
think
I'm
it's
excited to see it come up soon.
yeah, it's one of the next pictures or so. But there's a handful from up in that area that I thought were pretty cool. I want to get back up in the snow.
I would really like to get back up in the snow in the next week or two.
Yeah, we should
I
try
think
and
it'd
make
be
it
great.
easy on ourselves. I don't really think it's as hard sometimes as it
You
ends up
know,
being.
it's really not that far of a drive, is how I've felt these last few times that we've done it.
Yeah, yeah,
Of all the other drives that we do, it's as hard as it would be to go to Portland.
yeah. I agree with that. I think it's really not harder than going to Portland. And what I'd like to do is try and hit that early, so we're there at 9 or whatever it is.
Yeah,
We get to experience some stuff in the day, but just to kind of get that 90-minute drive out of the way early, and then hey, we could hang out up in the snow
that'd be really cool.
because
Yeah,
winter time.
we should
Uh,
get something going in the next few weeks.
oh yeah, we got to do it. We got to do it real soon. It's weird. Maybe winter will be short this year.
Oh yeah, I wonder how it's going to turn out.
Yeah, yeah. We'll try and get some fun stuff in. It seems like I've always been really adverse to winter. I just want dry, warm weather. I want to get out of winter. But also that's because we've grown up in the coastal section here of Oregon where it really never snows. We're not used to a 4-season year, but really only a 3-season year.
Yeah,
Where we just really don't experience that many freezing temperatures or that many snowstorms that come through. So me not really being equipped for snow, even on a mental level, I think makes it
a little more uncomfortable,
a
less desirable.
little bit more adverse to choosing to pick up and head out to the snow. But we gotta try something. We gotta do some snow trips. I want to go inner tubing.
Oh yeah, me too. That'd be so much fun.
We gotta try an inner tube. So this last photo that went up today, this is an older photo, I think from 2014, maybe like the beginning of winter and the fall of 2014. I took this on the film camera. I think that it was maybe one of the last rolls I took on the N80.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, before I picked up the F4. But I liked this picture of downtown Eugene. It was taken up from Spencer's Butte. It's a cool photo, or it's that the view that's from up atop Spencer's Butte, but it looks like a
I
nice sort of muted color throughout the city on a late fall day. It's cool.
I think you mean Skinner's Butte.
Oh, Skinner's Butte. Yeah, yeah.
Spencer's Butte
Spencer's Butte is the
is
one I'm looking
on
at.
the other
Yeah,
end.
yeah. So it's from Skinner's Butte, looking out to Spencer's Butte from downtown Eugene, and
This is
yeah, I
a.
think. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was gonna say this is a nice shot. I took some pictures out there. Gosh, like a month ago, I think, and there aren't really any leaves on the trees, and it was
Oh yeah.
not as pretty. It's
Yeah.
not that pretty right now, but this is a really nice picture.
I like this one. Yeah, I was trying to focus in on that line of evergreens that's there. So that a good
Yeah.
portion of this of the frame is the evergreens, and then there's that gap of the city terrain that's there, but you recognize that is downtown. And then it opens up to that section like you're talking about to Spencer's Butte and those mountains south of town. But I liked it. I think the like travel Eugene or downtown Eugene, city Eugene department saw this photo and they liked it a couple times. It was cool.
Ah, that is cool.
Yeah, I gotta try and I want to try and print this photo, or maybe a couple others that were like this, that were
Yeah.
nice of Eugene. I want to try and make a metal print or whatever print of this one, and then try and get it hung in different
Oh, that'd be
businesses
cool.
downtown, or at least one business downtown. Yeah, I should try and.
You should have some of your stuff hung.
Oh yeah, yeah. I got to do some more business development stuff by getting my art hung up in different places. I think it would make me feel serious too.
I think so.
So serious. Ooh. Um, but yeah, I think that's like most of the photo stuff that's gone out. There's a handful of other things that are now finally scheduled to go up in the next couple of days, and then I got a couple photo projects that I want to try and do this week. I don't know. Do you have anything coming up that you want to do? We should do some video stuff this week.
I have some video plans this week. You should help me with some of the video plans too. I had some tripod video plans for
Cool.
some poi stuff that I was working on, but I want to do some other cool some video stuff with you.
Oh yeah,
I want to do I want to do something with our weekend
yeah,
this week, but
yeah,
yeah, I want to get out and start putting together some more little like pieced together travel clips of video, just sort of for my own practice
yeah.
right
I'd like
now.
to get in better practice of shooting video that's documenting even just our simple sections of life that we have here. But I'd like to
Yeah,
have those in like 4 years. I think we'll really want to have those videos now.
I think so.
That we or of the things that we're doing just kind of generally day to day now, and I think we should try and like
I
take
really,
longer form video, like a minute 2 minute clips,
yeah, I
and
really
then
like
archive those.
those.
Yeah.
I've been sorting through a bunch of my old videos on my hard drives,
Oh, that's cool.
and it's fun going through them because those are the videos that I really like. Are the ones that are just cool 1 or 2 minute clips of us hiking through some spot that was really pretty,
Yeah.
or camped out at a cool place,
Yeah.
or in a little cafe somewhere.
Yeah, I think there had been too much of the video work that I tried to do that was just too short, or it's like 5, 10 second clips, maybe
Oh,
tops 15
yeah,
seconds to kind of go in some assemblage of lots of clips edited together. And I figured that really could be the case, or could be used or true if we ever actually did edit those videos together. But really, I don't suspect that we're going to do that. What I'd like to do, like we're talking about, is just make more documented pieces of this video from start to finish is something I don't want to see again.
yeah. I think that I think that both of those styles are cool. I want to get into some stuff. Well, one of the things that I noticed is that I would take shorter videos than I ended up wanting.
Okay.
Um, and so really I've been trying to do like minute long videos for everything that I do, or 30 seconds is probably the lowest I really do.
Sure.
And then like clipping down from that
Yeah.
is what I've ended up doing. Because there've been enough times that there've been like little moments where it could have just been a little bit longer and it would have felt like a more complete moment
Oh yeah,
that it
that's
was.
totally the case that I run into a few times, and really it seems like the attention that I put toward my photographic efforts
Mhm.
takes paramount position above what I put into the video work that I do. So it seems like it's oftentimes kind of like a second camera I'm operating while I was trying to take pictures, and it's sort of fumbled around or put in a pocket and then moved around, and then it like gets a section, or I record or whatever of it. But it's a little dicey sometimes going back through it, and it seems like I'd have to edit it a lot. So what my goal is, I guess, similar like how I started using the film camera, to like really like this frame, I'm gonna get this frame. It's gonna be a good frame that I'm gonna want to see again,
Mhm.
and I'm able to choose that. Like we're able to discern like which moments we'd really want to have and for how long. And I want to try and do that same kind of work on the video side of things too, so that when I start a video, it's really like what I'd want to see, and what I'm doing to capture the video is steady, it's even, it works well, or it's shot well in a way that we can use for something, which really I noticed a lot of the video that I have. I don't know if we'd really ever be able to use it for outside of much more than just, some
Yeah,
fun
for our
side stuff.
stuff.
Yeah, for
For
some
YouTube.
art side stuff. But what I want really is the documentation of the small things that we're doing.
Me too.
and not really like the vacant sections, not like just a silent landscape that we're driving by,
Sure.
which is sometimes what I shoot for, because that's a shot to get. But what I want to do is for the video, I really want that to turn back around so that it's video of us just sort of doing stuff, like that video that we found of us setting up the tent when we went camping. I want more stuff like that that's documenting the experience of what we're doing, but not really just a video that we shoot of us drive, the steering wheel and the speedometer or the goats or the pan over the mountainside that we drove past. So we're gonna try to do some more stuff.
Yeah, it's been really fun getting into video stuff more.
Yeah, we should try and do that in like a real way. We should try and like write out a goal for 2017 of how how to do it, what to do with it, and then try and like
have some like specific projects that we want to complete with it, or
you can say specific projects if you want. I mean, we might be in a nascent stage of a final project, but we should write our intention of what capacity video will play in what we do in 2017, which I don't know the answer to yet, but it's probably like what we're talking about, documenting a lot of stuff, capturing a lot more long form and storing it as we go on.
Yeah.
I think it'd be cool. But yeah, Marina, thanks a lot for doing this episode of the podcast with me.
Thanks, Billy. Thanks for having me on.
I appreciate it. So on behalf of Marina Hansen, my name is Billy Newman, and thanks a lot for listening to this episode of the Billy Newman Photo Podcast.